Hi everybody, I'm Claire from Rainbow Acrylics. I am loving doing my Dutch pour blooms at the moment. So blooms but with Dutch pour paint, so much thinner paint than normal blooms, but I'm just finding they're working really well. I've got some leftover paints, so I've got some old paints. I used to use a lot of these that are mixed with owatrol instead of floetrol. So I've got some bottles that I mixed up a while ago and I just want to use them up. So I'm going to use owatrol mixtures to create some blooms, and it would just be interesting to see if that has any different effects compared to using flood floetrol in the blooms. I don't think it will. And then Australian floetrol in the cell activator. So I've just got a lot of this beautiful pale turquoise colour, so I'm going to use that as my base, and then some bright coloured flowers on top. So let me show you the colours. So here are my colours. The base colour I'm using is this one, Graduate Acrylic Phthalo Turquoise. So that colour is in this bottle, and then in these bottles I've got the same colour but they're mixed with white, so it's a much paler version. So this is going to be the base. It's going to be predominantly the pale with just a few streaks, I think, of the darker going through it. So for the blooms, the flowers, these three colours are all Montmartre paint. So purple, pink and gold. And then I've got these two. This one here is PotPOURri Studio Acrylics Iridescent Blue Black. And then this one is Amsterdam Persian Rose. So all of these paints, the reason I've chosen these is because they're all leftover paints and they're all mixed with owatrol, which is what I used to use for all my Dutch pours. So I've got these paints to use up. So I'm going to use them up. I'm going to have some cell activator though, which is with Australian floetrol. So these are all owatrol, which is the UK or the European floetrol. And then the cell activator is the Australian floetrol mixed with white as normal. The canvas I'm using is just a 30cm square canvas, so quite small. I've put push pins in the back, hammered them in, and then I've put my spirit level on the edges and the centre of the canvas just to make sure that it's completely flat and level. I also just check that it's nice and tight, the canvas, and it's got a nice bounce to it. Sometimes they get just a bit saggy. In that case, I would just spray the back with some water and just rub it around, and it just tightens. Well, as it dries, it just tightens the canvas. But I don't think I need to with this one. So let's cover the base. So I've got this pale turquoisey colour. Let's just put some of this on. Just thinking how to do this, whether to cover it in turquoise first. I think I will. I think I'll cover it in the turquoise and then I'll add the other colour. So I'm going to blow this out. Right, let's just add a little bit more because I want plenty of paint on here, so I'm going to I can keep blowing this out. So what I normally do is some up and down, but I'm just wondering, I'm just going to try and be a bit more random than that this time. That's quite random. Let's try that. Let's blow this around. Oh, I really like it. Really like these multicoloured bases. They are just so pretty. Right, now let's add some colour, some blooms. In fact, I should torch that first, shouldn't I? Get rid of any air bubbles. I'm thinking of doing different colour blooms. So I'm thinking of maybe doing some blooms with the purple, pink and gold, but then also doing some with the blue, pink and gold. I think I'll do that because I quite like changing things around. I quite like doing different coloured blooms. So I'm just going to do some little puddles quite randomly. Right, one thing I've just realised, I've just put the pale pink on top, and with a pale colour on top you don't get as much contrast. So I'm now going to go for dark pink on top as well. So they're going to be predominantly dark pink, magenta blooms. That's fine. What I could do though, tell you what, I'm going to go for a tiny drop of the purple on the first lot. So cell activator. So I'm just going to put a little drop just right in the centre and then blow it around. Wow, those colours are incredible. Wow. So I am not at all happy with this. I don't like it at all. So I'm just trying to work out how to save it. I added some smaller blooms in the hope that it wasn't feeling chaotic enough. I like my chaos in a painting, and it was just feeling a little bit plain. So I'm just going to now try and with a piece of plastic, a plastic pointy stick, just try and actually create more of a bloom look to these, to make them look a little bit more flower-like, because at the moment they just look quite messy. The lacing is absolutely incredible. It's absolutely gorgeous, but the actual painting itself is just lacking. It's lacking something at the moment. So I'm definitely liking it more. I am going to reserve judgment slightly on this one. I'm just not sure, really not sure at the moment. It's definitely better with all my little tweaking, in my opinion. Let me show you. There was one in particular I thought to try and show you. This little tiny one here. So when the paint went on, it was just a really irregular blob. But can you see where I've pulled the paint in and it makes it just look like a beautiful little flower? Just look at the lacing. So I think what has happened is there's been quite a lot of sinking of the paint. So when the paint sinks, you can't see the colours as much, but it just makes this absolutely incredible lacing. It's just oh, it's just amazing. So I'm slightly torn. Sometimes I really like it when the paint sinks and creates this effect. Other times I feel like I miss the colour a little bit. The advantage of it sinking on this painting is that it shows the lovely turquoise base through. So yeah, I'm reserving judgment. There's bits I like, there's bits I'm not sure about. It is really crazy, really chaotic, which I normally love. I'm just not sure. So I'll be back when it's dry. I have completely changed my mind about this piece. I went from really not liking it to now actually being incredibly happy with it. There's been some changes. If I tilt this in the light, can you just see how the gold just brings the whole thing to life? It is absolutely gorgeous. So all I've done, once it's dried, is with a paintbrush, I just very carefully painted over the gold area. So I haven't added any gold. This is where the gold was already, but I've just gone over with a little bit more just to make the gold even stand out even more. And I think it absolutely makes this painting. It just needed something to bring it alive and to brighten it up. And the gold has done it. So I am now really happy with this painting. To show you the lacing, it's just amazing. It just looks really 3D. It looks like you can just see the movement in it. Really pretty. And then you can see almost like a wave in the flower. It just looks like it's 3D and rolling, where you've got the deeper intense colour. Compared to the slightly paler, and there it looks like it goes further back away from you towards the edge. So I'm really pleased with it. As I said, that is the gold. So once I varnished it, the gold will really stand out even more, I think. So yeah, really happy. Great, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you like the gold, if you think I've done the right thing by adding the gold. Yeah, just let me know. Great, thanks so much for watching, everyone. Take care. Bye.